Hey guys, and welcome to Till Vacuum Do Us Part. It's actually very cold and snowy here. I'll turn the camera around here in a second, but anytime I'm stuck inside, it gives me motivation to work on my house. If you need to clean, declutter, organize. Today I need to work on my office. If you guys are staying up to date on all my videos, we recently did an itch to switch and it just needs a little bit of love, so we're gonna be working on that today. But let me go ahead and turn this camera around. Okay, I'm gonna take you outside real quickly. It is so cold. It is coming down so hard, but it's like my camera is not picking it up. It's like hitting me in the face. So we will definitely not be leaving the house today, so we might as well get some stuff done around here that we can. So this is my office. If you're not caught up, I switched rooms. I switched a few rooms, but now I'm in what used to be the guest bedroom. So here's the little nook, and then you walk into it. Here's my space. It's not terrible because obviously I had a few pieces from the last space, but in here I feel like I really need a rug. And I know some of you aren't huge about putting a rug on carpet, but I just feel like it needs something, like it's lacking. This side over here isn't too bad, but I do want to work on this. It also looked better because for my birthday I actually had flowers, and so that was really filling up the space well. So now I need to go ahead and decorate my desk. And I was trying to decide which rug, but like in my last video or 2 videos ago, I switched up this rug and I had ordered this dining room rug to match the old rug that was here. I try to make them like cousins or sisters. So now I've been in here thinking I might want to switch this out. But before I do that, I want to try this one in that space and decide. So this one doesn't have to move, but if it works better in my office, I might just go ahead and make that switch and get a new one for in here instead of in there. You know, when I'm in here, it's not bad. Like, I don't know that I want black on this, but before I go and buy a whole new rug for this space, I feel like it's really good to use what you have, because if I get it in here and I don't like the rug on carpet, then I've wasted a lot of money or I have to ship it back. I'm all about using what you have, and then if I don't like the color, if I don't like the size, I can go from there, but at least gets me started.
What if we got everything together, and wouldn't it be better then? Get more money, less anxiety, more passion, please, wanna alter who I am. Get a little lost, can't find my way, but I can't stay here forever.
Okay, so this is gonna be a super budget-friendly office makeover. I think when it was all said and done, I spent a whopping $10. I will be giving tips and tricks along the way how you can do this, but the first thing you can always do that is absolutely free is to declutter and clean your spaces. That alone is gonna make your house look so much nicer and so much newer. You're gonna enjoy it even more, and your headspace is just gonna be different. I know it seems crazy that like your home can control what's going on in your mind, but when your house is cluttered, your mind is cluttered. If you don't believe me, try it and then let me know. But like I said, if you're on a super tight budget, just declutter and clean, and I promise you, you will be amazed.
Find perfect peace, give up everything. Are we in harmony? Looking for a better plan.
Also, while I'm wiping this off, I got this new mouse pad for Christmas for my sister, and it is so cool because my last mouse pad would get super dirty. It was like a white marble looking one, and I could clean it, but it was rare when I would decide to do it or had time to do it, and then I'd have to let it air dry. I love that this one's just solid and I can spray it and wipe it down and keep it clean, and it looks super sleek. So I'm gonna leave a link for that down below in my description box just in case you're needing a gift for somebody. I think this would be even a really cool like guy's gift as well.
Finding my way back somehow. All I know is that things change. We find a way.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and work on the ceiling fan. It is disgusting. I guess I haven't cleaned it in a while. And this is what I mean. Right now, if somebody walked in, it looks dingy, it looks dirty, but just by taking a few minutes and just wiping it down, I didn't use anything special. I used my eCloth dusting rag, but you could use a pillowcase, a napkin, whatever you've got, and it made it look brand new. And now when I look up, I don't have to look at dust. Plus, I'm gonna even breathe a little better in this space now. Okay, it feels so much better to have this fan cleaned. I probably should have done that first because I'm gonna have to re-wipe this down. My head's not working right now because I'm like having a snow day. Let's go look at it one more time. It is so pretty. I wish you could see how much it's coming down, but like it just will not pick it up on camera. But before we get any further with this desk, I was about to start decorating it, but I'm gonna have to take all of it apart just so we can put the rug underneath it. So I think the next project is to take all this off so I can take the rug in there and kind of see what we think, and I don't know, we'll go from that point. Right now, while there's a rug underneath this, take a good look because later on in the video, I'm going to put this all back together without the rug. And I'm trying to make a decision if I want another rug for the space or not. I've always been a rug girl. We don't have little babies, so I get it if you have high chairs, a white rug underneath the table doesn't make sense. For us, it's not a big deal. I feel like it makes it cozy. But now, like I said, at the end of the video, you're gonna see what it looks like without it, and I love it too. So just kind of remember this look here because I'm gonna be needing your help later on. One perk about decorating with all neutrals is you can mix and match all your spaces. Just because I bought this rug for my dining room does not mean it has to stay in there. Now, if you have color and you love color, go for it. But if you like neutrals, you almost get a little more bang for your buck. It's just like a capsule wardrobe. You can mix and match those pieces from spring to fall to summer. That's how it is with it decorating, because when they're all neutrals, I can put any piece in any space. So when I want to redecorate and the budget's tight or I don't want to spend a lot of money, I can just start kind of itching to switch my house. I call it shopping my home. So just go through your home. If there's a piece you don't love in that spot, find it a new home in another bedroom. Okay, so this is how we are right now. I say this in all my videos. It always gets worse before it gets better. I am gonna vacuum the carpet real fast just in case this does stay. I just wanna make sure just any crumbs or anything is cleaned up because I won't be vacuuming under there for a long time if this rug stays there. Lately, I've been getting asked a lot if I like my new office, and I am loving the location so much better. So I remember debating coming back here when we first moved, but I just loved the front office. It was so pretty. I loved the French doors. But in reality, like what I do with voiceovers and all my projects, it's just better to be tucked away. I feel like I'm not bugging my family as much. I used to like all the time, like, can you be quiet or can you guys go to a different space? Just because I could hear them while I was trying to get stuff done. So I can just come back here, close my door, and I have everything I need now. Since I have a closet, I don't have to go like searching around the house for the pieces. It's just like all in one location and it's quiet. So I'm absolutely loving this space. Okay, so I got it laid down in here. In my head, I thought I would lay it this direction. Before I put everything on it, I'm gonna lay it the other direction just to make sure I don't like it better. But it's kind of weird with the way it lines up, because if I center it with this wall, it's not centered over here with the futon, just because there's a door here. So I'm trying to figure out like which way is gonna look best when you walk in and see it. Okay, so I might regret this later, but I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna vacuum it, put everything back on. I think I can shimmy this down some and make it all align versus going the other way, just because back here, then my chair will stay all on one piece of carpet and I won't be rolling off like 2 levels when I'm trying to get in and out. And I do all my workouts here with my computer, so when I'm standing here, I'm not like messing up the carpet, just the rug. So I'm gonna put it back together and see how this works, and if we have to, we'll just switch it back.
Time stops when we're alone. You got my love, don't let it go. Feels like we're paper thin, one step away from caving in.
Okay, so I know this desk doesn't look like it's very heavy, especially since it's in like 3 pieces, but it's like full of all my stuff and the pieces are heavy. It's from IKEA. It's called the Alex drawers, and then you just get a desk topper for it. They sell all of it there if you're curious, but it is super heavy, especially since I have stuff in it. It was not going well, so I called in reinforcements. I had Chase actually come pick it up. If you're not putting it on a rug, it's not hard because you can just like shimmy it over. But every time I was doing that, you can even tell with Chase, it's like messing up the rug. It's like wrinkling it. So rugs definitely do better on like a solid surface like tile and wood and all that. But I am trying to make it work just because there was this like blank space in front of my desk that I love this texture a little bit more, but I am really happy with how it turned out.
Time stops when we're alone. You got my love, don't let it go. Feels like we're paper thin, one step away from caving in. When you're out, we're all the wild.
I did decide that I wanted a few more black pieces, so I feel like it's really good to shop your house. Even if you want to go out shopping and get new pieces, shop your house first, grab any pieces you're not using, or if they're in a space and you're not loving it, try it in a new area because you may love the piece, you may not just love where you have it currently. And then if you don't like it, you can go buy new pieces, but this always saves me a ton of money. Okay, so I found a few black pieces. This was from our master bathroom that was inside my kitchen. I've had this in our master bedroom on a chair, but we haven't been using it. But just to give you kind of like a look right here, I'm loving the color scheme of this. And then I remembered when I was out, I had picked up these candlesticks just right here. I keep seeing everybody decorate with these. This closet lighting's horrible. Let me take you out here. See the difference that makes? And actually, see how orangey yellow that is? I picked this up from the lighting store. So you guys always ask me where I get my lighting. It's typically Amazon, but like our fans and some of our fancier lights come from just like a local lighting store, and it's for like builders, so it's super cheap. I had these in our last house, and these are at Lowe's for like $89, and they normally sell them for $20, but they were clearanced out for $10. So I'm gonna have Chase switch out this light today so we can put my daylight bulbs in, because the builder put these lights in and it's like LED, so it has to stay that way, and it's not my color tone that I like at all. So we'll get to that here in a second. I forgot we had that on the list. But I picked these up from Ross because I thought they were super cute. This one was only $5.99 and I knew eventually I'd use them, and today is the day. And for some reason, this one was clearance for $5.49. So this was actually cheaper than the smaller one. And I checked it. There's like no nicks or anything. But I thought this would be pretty. I actually bought the candlesticks for it, but I forgot and left it in my mom's sack. We went to Hobby Lobby together. So I'll have to add those in another day. But I'm thinking these might look really cool in here on the desk. Okay, just a fun little tip before we keep going, just because we're talking kind of about these candlesticks. If you're out shopping and you find a great deal and you have it within your budget, I know even when me and Chase were on a tighter budget, I had so much I could spend a month. I would have picked these up knowing one day I'm gonna need these for an area in my house. I could use these in so many different places. Kitchen, living room, dining, entryway, master bathroom, Chase's office, my office. I knew these would get used, and why they were clearanced out, to me, it was a good time to buy it versus coming in today being like, man, I wish I would have bought those. And then I went back to Ross and they were sold and I had to get on Amazon and spend like $25 for them. So just keep that in mind. If you don't have the cash, don't worry about it. Use what you can. Honestly, these would be super easy. I bet I could go into Goodwill and find skinny little candlesticks and spray paint them matte black and you'd be good to go. So never let your budget stop you on decorating. I hear so many people complain that they want pretty houses, but they don't have the budget. I've lived on every budget you can imagine, and I've always decorated my home. Sometimes you just got to get your hands dirty. You have to go hunting for good finds. You may have to spray paint it, but I promise you, you can still have a beautiful home. Okay, but enough talking. I'm gonna go ahead and decorate my desk. I feel like I just need something kind of like a little cluster right here in the corner. I also have this black blanket. I'll probably throw it in there. But here are all the pieces I'm working with. I found this in my closet as well. I think Savannah had used it. So basically she knows she can come shop my closet anytime, and what she doesn't want, she just puts back in there, because we had bought this for her space, but adding the gold may look pretty cool because that may be too much black. But adding that may just kind of break it up. So if you have pieces you love, even if you don't have a spot for them, you might hang on to them. I always have a spot in my house where I just keep all the leftover decor. That way Savannah can shop it, I can shop it, I can spray paint it, I can do whatever I need to with it. Now, if you're done with the piece and you're like, hey, I don't like this anymore, it's outdated, donate it, sell it, do what you gotta do. But if you still love it, you may hang on to it a little bit longer if you like change like me, just so you can like itch to switch later on. Shopping your house is also a good technique, just so it saves you either time or money. So say I want a black vase in here, but I want it in my master bathroom as well. I can just take it and bring it in here and make sure I like it, make sure I like the height. Then if I go buy one, I know like, okay, this is about how tall I need it, or I need it to be shorter, and it will either save you money from not doing returns, or it'll save you time from going back and returning pieces that you didn't realize you needed something wider or something shorter. So definitely shop your house, use what you have, and then you can go out shopping if you want to or need to after that.
Time stops when we're alone. You got my love. Don't let it go.
Okay, so I'm trying to decide if I like it with the candlesticks. You'll also have to remember I'll probably have like white candlesticks coming up, so it may hit like the greenery. So I don't know if that looks really cool, or for me if it's just like too much clutter and just leave it simple with like the 3 pieces. You'll have to let me know down below in my comments section. If you follow me over on Instagram, you already know. But I bought this at like, it wasn't a Goodwill, but it was like it. And I got it last year in like a thrift store shop with me. And this is the first year I'm using it every like month. I bought it like in the summer, and it had 2 Junes and not a January. So I tried to make that an A, but it didn't work. I need to like cut out something on my Cricut, but I just haven't had time. But if you're wondering why the January looks a little crazy, that is why.
I'm gonna tell you that I love you 100 times a day. You'll get tired of my voice.
Okay, so I'm getting the closet prep so Chase can come in and install this. I'm so excited to have like normal light in here again. But I forgot I had stuck this in the closet as well. This is another like clearance find I found. Savannah had a return to JCPenney's and we never go there, and I decided to look around. This piece was right there, 85% off, and it was $10.49. But it looks like it's one piece. It's actually two. So this is what I mean about like finding good pieces on clearance and buying it, because I may not even use this today. I might. I'm going to try it in here and see if I can find a wall. But for $5 each, I'm going to eventually use this. So you can get really high-end pieces on discounts. You just kind of have to be looking for them. So when you're out running errands, just pop in and out, especially after Christmas. I feel like those are when you can buy the best deals, like the beginning of January. They're trying to get rid of like all of their old items so they can order new. So definitely check out a JCPenney's by you if you have one. But real quickly, I'm going to go and put this back together. Obviously, I don't have a rug to put down. I am going to vacuum real quickly because it's probably been a long time since I have, and then I'm going to go ahead and just center this back and put the chairs for now.
I'm gonna tell you that I'll miss you. I'll miss you if you go. Yes, I'm gonna let you know just how much I tell your mama, I tell your papa too. I'm gonna let everyone know about my love, so I really hope you love me too. Yeah, I really hope you love me.
So when I say I shop my house, I've been doing this for years. I even shop the outside of my house. So these like captain chairs, they're like wicker looking. Those were actually from my patio that I pulled in because we're not outside right now. And I loved the way they look, so they're definitely staying. I had some ottomans outside that I really loved that are in my front entryway now. So I literally shop like my garage, my outdoor, my indoor. Luckily, my mom and mother-in-law are really nice. I've shopped at their houses before. You might do this with your friends. Like all of you ladies, pull your stuff out that you're not using and then shop from each other's piles. Go have dinner together, go have drinks, whatever, but bring your stuff and just help each other out. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't hate this, guys. I actually like it without the rug underneath it. But to me, it's just like so much louder when we pull these chairs in and out. And I feel like dust like hovers under there. Like I'd have to clean a lot more than with a rug, which kind of doesn't make sense. Either way, it's probably both getting dirty. But I feel like sometimes when there's just tile and open space, things get stuck more. But I'm definitely not in a hurry to get one. I'm gonna try this out. But you guys know me, I love a good rug there, but I thought I was gonna like hate this, and it's kind of got me questioning like, do I want to put a rug there? If I had like little ones, I definitely wouldn't. Like when you have a high chair and kids, sometimes it can be really hard, especially like when I keep like white rugs under there. But we're all like grown. Savannah's officially 12. She had a birthday. So the rug doesn't bother me, but you'll have to let me know what you think. Like, I feel like it obviously looks good either way, but this is nice if there's like spills, nothing's down there. But, and like with the dogs coming in and out, there's no rug that they're hitting. It's so hard to get a good angle with the lighting and with the walls, but yeah, I feel like it looks good. So that'll work for now. Chase, how many times have you installed this same light fixture?
Man, probably 6 times for that same one. I'm a pro at it.
I had no intention of buying it, but I went to the store with my mom. She was needing like new fans and lights, and when I saw it for $10, I texted Chase and I was like, do you want to install another one?
Yeah, you can't beat $10.
Makes me want to go run and buy like all of them. Okay, and if it looks dark, it's because we had to turn off all the lights for Chase to install this. But what's nice is it already comes like assembled. Most of the time, Chase has to like put all of these together. But for $10, all he has to do is take... Ooh, he already took it down.
Yeah.
Took that down. Now, these are the ones we switched throughout the rest of the house. We took all of these out and got new ones that are like more daylight. But we ran out. And to buy more, you have to buy what? Like a 10?
At least a 10-pack.
And we only need like one. So it just wasn't worth the money. So for $10, and it's going to be in my closet anyways for now. Let's just hope this never becomes your office. But at least it's like tucked away in a closet. Honestly, you're never going to see it. I could have done something cheaper, but you can't beat $10, especially if it's a cute little chandelier. And he'll take all that like stuff out when it's time. I just don't touch that stuff.
That really makes me wanna speak my mind.
Lighting is huge in a space, not only the fixture, but the color as well. So if you like warm lighting, that is just fine. But if you're wondering like, how does your house look so bright and clean? It's the daylight light bulb. So that's something you can slowly start switching out, start putting it back in your budget. It's not hard to do. I'll link some down below. Walmart carries some as well. Lighting fixtures, just updating those can do amazing things too. And like this, it took $10 to do it. Look at garage sales, look at thrift stores, Goodwills. Just places like that, you can find really good deals. Like I said, mine is a local lighting store, so check that out. And then I know Lowe's and Home Depot do big sales as well. Take it off, and then that's with it on. And see how it's just like white and clear? It's not like orangey anymore. Much, much, much better. And this is what it looks like up on the ceiling. It's really pretty. I mean, it's amazing. That's only $10. It makes me want to just go grab a few more for future projects. Maybe a future flip. Who knows?
Yeah, I really hope you love me too. 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 Yeah, I really hope you love me too.
So it's hard to tell, but this room is actually a really dark room. It's just got a single window, and in the morning when the sun comes up, it's pretty bright, but the rest of the day it's darker. And I had my ring light out to help chase, and I actually really liked having it on in here for lighting. So I'm gonna see if I can like put in a smaller tree right here and kind of make it, you know, like it is a beauty room. I do a lot of filming, but I still want greenery. I'm gonna see if I can tie that light in at all so I can just leave it out, and then when I'm in here I can click it on for extra light. If this was any other type of room, I would definitely just buy a cute lamp to help with lighting. But since this is my office and I do a lot of filming, I feel like it's okay to leave it out. Just like my wedding dress, I know that's not a super office item, but I feel like this is kind of like an office slash beauty room. It's just like my little space, my haven. This is where I do workouts. This is where I work. This is where I answer comments sometimes. I'm in that space a lot, so I just want to make sure it feels like me, and it just kind of keeps me happy and motivated, and things are easy to work with.
But it's hard when I am running back to.
Okay guys, we finally finished. That did not take long at all, honestly, especially since we had to like hang a light and pull the rug in from the dining room. It went really quickly, and I love how this space turned out. I'm still debating if I want to put a mirror over here by my closet, but I really like where Pearl is too. I've thought about doing both, but then she would stick out too far into the room. But let me go ahead and turn this camera around and walk you through the space so you can see how everything turned out. I feel like this room looks 1,000 times better, and I literally only spent $10 for the closet light that you can't even see right now. Everything else was already in here, or I just shopped pieces in my house. I've been doing this for the last couple weeks. You guys have seen stages of this, like the pillows on the futon are from my bed. There's pieces from the bathroom. I've just kind of pulled stuff in there where I had excess or overflow. So keep that in mind when you're decorating. You don't have to have a lot. Just shop your house, shop your family's house, shop your friend's house, and just make your space feel beautiful. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Make sure and subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.